Hey, welcome back everyone to Rob's Daily Classics. Found this 1978 Lincoln Mark V. It's an Emilio Pucci edition. Friends of Lee Iacocca, I guess during those days. He was born in 1914, lived to 1992, Emilio. And I read about him a little while ago, and I got more interested in the car after I read about his history. So let's look at this car and talk about the man, and let's check this car out. It's kind of fun. I had a 1972 Mark IV, and the 1972 Mark IV I think was one of the most beautiful Marks built. What's nice about the 1972 is that it has the 460 cubic inch engine as well, and it had very thin chrome line bumpers without the 5.0 bumpers. So the 72 is its only model year. And then the Mark IV was fitted with the big bumpers from 73 right up to 70, 77, 76. And then when the Mark V came out in 77, was redesigned, and the stylist kind of, even though these bumpers are massively big, they blend much better with the styling of the car. So I think the Mark V to me is much more attractive than a 1976 Mark IV. And that's why I happen to like this car in itself. I've come close to buying these at one time and never found one that I really liked. If this car was a little closer, I'd probably go look at it. They had the Diamond Jubilee edition in 1978, which celebrated Ford Motor Company's 75th year in business. And they also had the Bill Blass edition, the Cartier, the Givenchy, and the Pucci edition. And each one of those designer series had their own styling colors on the outside. The vinyl top was colored differently, and the interior was specially picked, I guess, by the designers back in those days. I'm not sure if Mr. Pucci drove one of these cars in Italy, but it is an interesting backstory all the same. This feature car looks to be extremely original. I'm hoping it's the original paint. The interior looks wonderful. The dashboard looks great. It's in Colorado. The door panel, when I had a 72 Mark IV, these plastic pieces here are kind of brittle and get flaked away and break. And this looks very, very original. So the door panels look really nice. So when he's asking $17,500 and he says best offer, I'm thinking this car is worth $15,000 if it's as nice as original as he's showing it in the photographs. So again, like this engine bay here is a very original engine bay. I mean, it's got the original chalk marks on its valve covers. The car's got under 70,000 miles. I don't see any overspray. I don't see any armor all. This is how I like to see engine bays when I look at cars. I like to look at them in its original shape so I know what I'm buying and I know what I have to attack and get into. It's got a nice battery here. Everything looks very, very nicely laid out. All original on the inside. He didn't play around with the air cleaners and things like that. And that waterfall front grille really looks pretty, and all the bright work looks nice. So again, if you can buy one of these for $8,000, let's say you find one, it'd be hard to find a designer series, but let's say you did. By the time you restore the car or paint the car or do the interior fixes or fix the window channels and things like that, you're going to be up to $15,000 in no time. So I'm thinking if this engine is healthy and the car is as beautiful as it is, I think it's worth $15,000. So we're only $2,500 from putting a deal together. I think I'd be pretty successful in negotiating this car down to $15,000 and bringing this car home. A lot of you would think that that's insane. But again, remember that a brand new car today is $50,000. So what is $15,000 to buy something as classic and as beautiful as this car? And with the price of gas going down, you can drive this car every day. If the gas gets under $2 a gallon, hey, people can afford to drive these again. This, I think the only options back then in 78 was the sunroof, and this is a factory sunroof, which is nice. The CB radio was an option, and I believe dual exhaust was an option, if I'm correct or not. I'm not 100% sure by 78, but I know that's how it was in other model years. But a real standout car. When I looked up Emilio Pucci's background on Wikipedia and I started reading about him, he's quite an amazing man. He was born in Naples, and what he did and his activities during World War II and the things that went on in Italy and such, and he served as a torpedo bomber pilot during World War II, and he was a rank of a captain, and he had things going on with Hitler at one time, and then he opened up his fashion career in 1947 in a ski team came out with this designers, and he's got this signature design look that I didn't know of. And I went online and actually found his company has a website and his designs here online, and you can buy a pair of men's bathing trunks for $1,000 if you'd like. But yeah, his name continues on. His family took it over, but I think the family sold it to a big corporation now, so it's owned by some other company now these days. But they're still quite successful, so it's kind of amazing. So I guess he had a relationship with Lee Iacocca, and that's how they put this car together. So there you have it, folks. A 1978 Lincoln Mark V. It's on Craigslist. Just go in Colorado, type in 1978 Lincoln Mark V, and this car will come popping at you. Emilio Pucci would appreciate you buying this car, and you know, it's kind of fun to be seen in. Not everybody's gonna like this car. I get it, but these are my type of cars. If I had a big enough garage, you know, kind of limited to how many cars I can put in here. This was, if I didn't say this already, it was the largest two-door coupe Ford ever marketed, so it's kind of big, you know. So again, share this YouTube channel to friends that love cars, and if you like this video, please give a thumbs up, and appreciate seeing you tonight, and hope you enjoyed this video. Catch you again tomorrow.